Hello everyone and Happy New Year. It's basically 2016, although I still have my 2015 calendar up, but that'll be changing soon. And I decided that it was time to share with you my 2015 favorites. So if you're interested in seeing what I've been loving this past year, then keep watching. My first favorite of 2015 is my primer, and that's the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is in the shade Yellow. This was actually given to me by my friend Caitlin because she, I think, won the entire set of these primers, and I think just yellow was not compatible with her skin tone. But I've been really enjoying this because it's really lightweight. It really brings out your natural color and radiance, so that way it's not, it's just a good basic primer. My next favorite for 2015 was my favorite foundation, and this was the year, was it this year that I switched? Basically, I stopped buying more high-end foundation and I found a really good drugstore one. So this year I've been wearing the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and this was my winter shade. This is 125 Nude Beige, and then in the summer I was wearing, I believe it was 320 or 325. But if you look in my past blog posts and videos, you'll see the other one. But this is just a really good drugstore foundation. It keeps me matte all day. It makes my skin look pretty flawless. So I would highly recommend this foundation just because the price is right and it's just great quality. The powder that I was using this year to go with it is also from the Fit Me line, and this is the, what is this? It's the Matte and Poreless pressed powder, and this is in the shade Natural Bluff. Oh, so I was using 230 Natural Bluff, not 3 something, because I think 300s would be too dark. Either way, this is just a really good setting powder, and it doesn't deposit too much color, so it just keeps everything pretty lightweight, and also helps to keep my face matte. So clearly Maybelline was killing it this year for me, because my next favorite is also from them, and this is the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and this is in the shade Light, and I use this for underneath the eyes, and it's just so easy to use. You twist it and then the product comes up through the sponge tip, and you just apply it, and I blend it in with a beauty blender or the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So it basically does what a corrector would do plus a concealer, so it's really good 2-in-1 type of product, and it's really travel friendly, and this basically eliminated the need for me to use the Bobbi Brown corrector as well as concealer on top, but this is just, it's a really great product. I did still, however, use a concealer for the rest of my face, and so this year I've been using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Custard. Again, it's really lightweight, provides really good coverage, and it's just a solid mid-range concealer. Moving on to eye makeup. This product has been in my favorites probably since I started wearing makeup, and it is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, or the Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original, and out of all of the primers that I've used for eyeshadow, this is probably my favorite in terms of formulation, consistency, as well as performance. I started using just samples of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and as well as the Lorac one, and I found just both of them just a little bit, there's something about them that just doesn't work as well for me. So I would say to anyone who maybe is starting to wear eyeshadow or you just want a different primer, then the Urban Decay Primer Potion, there's a reason why it's really popular and loved by so many people in the beauty blogging community. Now, for eyeshadows, I basically narrowed it down to 2, so there's a single eyeshadow and then of course a palette. So my single eyeshadow favorite this year has been the Burberry Pale Barley eyeshadow, and this is in their Wet and Dry Silk Shadow formula. And this is just a really, oh, let me just take the brush out. This is just a really beautiful neutral beige with subtle gold flecks in it, and it's just a really nice everyday color. And I saw this first on, I think it was Estay's channel, and then I believe Ray of Rayview had it as well, and so I knew that this was a winner. And I've been really enjoying it whenever I've been a little bit more, just wanting to go for more of a basic, simple, everyday look. I'm not going to talk too much about my next product just because it's the same palette that I put in my favorites last year, and it is the Lorac Pro Palette. And this is just the one palette that I just keep reaching for over and over, or whenever I need to go somewhere, this is the one that I take with me because it has every single color that you could possibly need, or at least for my taste anyway. I'm not going to rehash all the same information, but it's just, it is my favorite palette basically for 2 years running now. So if you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend it just because you'll get a lot of use out of it. The next two products are the two things that I wear without fail every single day. And that includes when I'm too, rushed for time or just lazy to do a full face of makeup. And those two items are the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and my Clé de Peau Eyebrow Pencil. And this is just basically the minimum that I will do every single day just to make me look more awake and just a little bit more polished. The tattoo liner I've mentioned numerous times. It has a beautiful brush tip, it's really easy, it's really precise, and I will never go back to using a felt tip eyeliner. The Clé de Peau Eyebrow Pencil, I am working on a review or comparison between this one as well as the Burberry, NYX, and Annabelle eyebrow pencils, but this is just my favorite in terms of formulation and in terms of the actual shade. I'll talk about it more in the blog post that's coming up, but I just find that this one has, it's a little bit more of a waxier feel, so it's easier to control the color, and it just provides a really, just a really natural looking finish. My favorite mascara of the year has been the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and this is the waterproof one in, is it Very Black or Black is Black? Either way, it's the waterproof one. I think it only comes in one black shade or one shade in general, but this basically took over for my Lancome Hypnostrama waterproof, and I like it because it keeps my lashes up, especially after I've curled them, and it basically lasts all day, and I really like that it goes on sale a lot. I mean, I think the last time I picked this up, it was like $6 at Walmart, so it's definitely a great deal. I think I've mentioned this also, that it was supposed to be like the drugstore answer to the Benefit Roller Lash, which I tried and did not work for me. So I was really pleasantly surprised when this worked, and I've been loving it ever since. I will not go back to a different mascara. As for bronzers, this year I've been really just trying to use up the bronzers that I had, and last year I actually showed my Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer, and I had already hit pan, and I thought that I would finish it this year. It's basically 2016 now, and look at that, I still have a little bit left that's still just holding on, so I'm going to continue using this up, but this is definitely my bronzer of choice. When I run out of this one, as well as the next one I'm going to show you, I'm definitely going to go back to Tarte, just because clearly this lasts for a really, really long time. And I love that it's a matte bronzer, so it's just a really nice, sort of great, sort of non-shimmery look for every day. So again, really, really great one. The other bronzer that I've been trying to use up this year, and I've been still enjoying, is the Chanel, what is this? It's the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Multicolor Powder, and this is in the shade 02. I've also mentioned it before, and this one I've definitely hit pan, and maybe this will take me through 2016, who knows, but I haven't been wearing as much bronzer this year anyway, just because there's a whole bunch of other products and contouring products to use, but for the most part, those two are the ones that I'm just basically trying to get through. But like I said, between the Chanel one, which I think was limited edition anyway, and Tarte, I'm definitely going back for Tarte after. My favorite highlighter this year was not really hard to choose, and it is the Clé de Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer number 13. It is just a really, really pretty highlighter. It has mostly bronze, nude-ish shades, and it just provides a really, really natural looking glow, and this is the one that I just keep reaching for over and over. I mean, I did pick up MAC's Oh Darling, and while I do enjoy Oh Darling, I think in general the Clé de Peau one has just got the best appeal for every single day, and it's really easy to build up, so that way I can look super glowy, and it's a really natural one, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, the Clé de Peau, great pick for highlighter. My favorite blushes this year have actually been only two of them, and they're both Clinique Cheek Pops. So for more of an everyday sort of natural look, I've been really enjoying Fig Pop, which is sort of more of a reddish, more of a natural tone. And then when I want something that's a little bit more pink or cool toned, I've been reaching for Berry Pop. And these are just extremely pigmented. I think that I've said pigmented way too much this video, but these are just really, really greatly pigmented, and they just blend so beautifully. You can build them up really easily, and I think these are probably the best mid-range blushes that are slightly less expensive than the Tarte blushes, and they still perform way better than anything else. So yeah, Clinique Cheek Pops, these are definitely great picks. So if you haven't tried them yet, I highly recommend them. They have the cute little, is it chrysanthemum, the cute little flower embossed on it, and they just last. Look at that. They're still pretty much intact. Okay, so the last category of beauty favorites for this year is lips. So my favorite lip gloss this year has been the Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in Rosewood Shimmer, and this is just, you know, I throw it in my purse and it's just really easy to apply. It's a really neutral color and it just provides a really, really nice, it's the perfect gloss. I mean, it's not sticky, it's not too thick, and it just, there's no shimmer. So it's actually, it's quite nice. It's the perfect everyday lip gloss. So yeah, Clarins killing it with the lip glosses. Finally, lipsticks. So this year I've been wearing a lot more lipstick, and so I've picked one from basically every single color range, or at least the ones that I wear the most. So my favorite nude lipstick this year has been the Sonia Kashuk Pinky Beige, and unfortunately this is no longer available in Canada because if you remember, Target is no longer here. So if you are going to the States or you live in the States and you have access, then I highly recommend Pinky Beige. It is, as the name would suggest, a pinky beige, and it's just a beautiful neutral. The formula is their, is it Satin? Satin Luxe. Yep, it's their Satin Luxe lip color, and it's very hydrating. There's a slight sheen or slight shiny effect to it, but it's definitely my it's definitely my favorite nude lipstick of the year. My favorite pink lipstick of the year is definitely MAC's Flat Out Fabulous, and this is a retro matte formula, so it's very, very dry, and it's just a really beautiful, bright fuchsia, magenta, whatever you want to call it, and it's just, it's a really great pick. I love the retro matte formula. I'm really excited for the liquid retro mattes that are coming out early this month, so I'll definitely be picking up a few of those. But yeah, Flat Out Fabulous is a great color. Of course, I need to mention my favorite red, and this is MAC Russian Red. This is in the regular matte formula, so it's not as dry as the retro matte, but still has a pretty mostly matte sort of finish. It has a little bit of shine, but it doesn't even matter because this color is amazing. I've showed it on my blog, so if you haven't checked out my posts about my favorite reds, then I will leave that link down below, but Russian Red is just my ultimate red lipstick. The last lipstick I'm going to mention is a darker one, so when you're going for more of a vampy look, and this is the Burberry Velvet Lipstick, and this is in the shade Oxblood. I did a review on this and I love this color. This has basically been my fall go-to color, and it's just basically a really, really deep burgundy, and it's just, it's the ultimate fall color. I really like the Burberry Velvet formula because it's more of a matte formula. I would say it's comparable to the MAC matte formula in the sense that it's not overly drying, but the Burberry one is actually a little bit more hydrating, and I compared this to the Tom Ford Black Dahlia just because they're a little bit similar when you look at them. However, Black Dahlia is a bit drier, whereas this one is still pretty creamy. So Oxblood is definitely a really great pick. This is the color that they used at London Fashion Week in the fall, and it's just, yeah, all in all, really, really great lip color. So that's it for my 2015 favorites. If you have any questions about any of the products, then please feel free to leave them down below. Please also feel free to share what your 2015 favorites are, and I think that's about it. So I wish you all a really, really happy new year. All the best for 2016. And yeah, I don't know. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. Please give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned for more reviews and probably a drugstore haul because clearly that's the best way to start a new year. I'll see you next time. Bye!